I had more orders than last month, but I have less revenue than last month. And I think I know why. Etsy ads. Fun fact, I am actually re-recording this intro because I just watched back my intro in this video and I had like a little hair out of place and it was bothering me. I thought maybe I could just quickly edit through it, but like no, I can't. I have to re-record. Hello guys, welcome to month 3's updates of me selling digital products on Etsy. If you haven't watched my previous monthly updates, then I would highly recommend you watch them because it makes everything make more sense. So this month is a little bit more interesting. 1, I started Etsy ads, and 2, I made a Pinterest business account. And I'm hopeful that these things will increase the visibility of my shop. So my 3rd month is the period between the 21st of January 2023 to the 18th of February 2023. If you're new here, quick run through. I started my Etsy digital product business back in November 2022, and I sell mainly printable business planners, templates, guides, whatever you want to call them, to help a specific niche of small business owners. And I also have another YouTube channel to which I launched this business too. But if you watch these videos and look at my stats, you will see exactly how that has influenced or not influenced my Etsy shop. But anyways, let's get into it. If you're new here, by the way, please do watch month 1 and month 2 so that you have an understanding of my Etsy business and how it started and the details behind it, because honestly I can't repeat everything I said in the first video, so please do watch that. So the way I've been structuring these videos is in 6 categories. So shop visits, orders, revenue, money in the bank, Etsy fees, so the percentage cut that Etsy takes, and marketing spend. Starting with the shop visits for month 3, I had 986 visits. Call me crazy, but I think this supports my theory from last video that month 2 was during the holiday period and people were not really looking to buy Etsy printable planners or guides. So maybe during January and into February, everybody is kind of calming down and now thinking about normal other things and maybe my shop. And that's why my visits increased. I don't know. Looking at the stats, Etsy actually brought in 76% of these. You can't even say that my other YouTube channel brought a lot of those views in because they came directly from Etsy itself. Again, supporting my theory, maybe the sales from the previous months boosted Etsy's algorithm to increase the visibility to my shop, because these visits are not coming from outside of Etsy, they're in Etsy. So I think there's a signal in the system that my shop is a small niche. It's catering to a specific type of person or a specific business owner, and I think my product is quality because I've been getting a lot of 5-star reviews and positive comments. All of those things I think are just a positive signal for Etsy system. I'll get into Etsy ads a little bit later, but quickly, I mean, you could attribute the increase in visits to Etsy ads, but when you look at the statistics for the ads themselves, they have their own views. So certain advertised products, yes, they're being seen, but it doesn't necessarily mean that people are clicking on my shop. Maybe they're just viewing that product in itself, and that is the main statistic I can see for the Etsy ad stats. As you can see, I had 5,758 views for that time period, and that doesn't necessarily directly reflect to the clicks on my shop. And looking at my shop visits from the previous 2 months, I think 986 shop visits is just okay. Maybe like 200 or 300 of those can be attributed to the Etsy ad increasing my visibility, but overall I think my visits have stayed relatively consistent. Okay, so moving on to the orders, I had 28 orders, and this is also looking okay, relatively consistent. Of course, in the first month, 35 is a lot compared to this, but that was the launch month and that's kind of expected that I'll have the most orders then. But it's not less orders than last month, which is good. I will say though, I think I have a lot of work to do because this conversion rate is not looking good. If anybody knows much about conversion rates and how to increase them, then please do comment below and let me know your views on it and your experience with it, because it's not looking great and I'd like to increase it, because maybe it means I'm attracting people to my shop but they're not convinced enough to stick around or to make a purchase. So maybe I need to look at expanding my shop, maybe increasing the color ranges, increasing my shop offerings, that maybe more people's tastes are catered for. Yeah, please do comment below if you have an Etsy shop yourself and what you do to increase your conversion rates. Okay, so moving on to the money numbers. So revenue. I made £345 and 7 pence. And actually this month I had more orders than last month, but I have less revenue than last month. And I think I know why. Etsy ads. Let me explain. So earlier I said that I made a Pinterest, but my stats for Pinterest show that I only had 2 outbound clicks. And I'm 100% sure those were me, like testing out whether my links work and testing out what it looks like when people click my links. So it definitely wasn't Pinterest, so it has to be Etsy ads. Let me explain. I honestly don't think I knew what I was doing with Etsy ads. For some reason, I went with advertising $3.60 a day. I think that must have been the default amount that Etsy put on their ads page. Every single day was excruciating. 8.5 days, guys. 8.5 days, and then I ended the ads because I couldn't watch $3.60 go out of my account every day and I'm not seeing results. I mean, you can call me impatient, but you know when you just have a feeling that something is not going to work out? I feel like Etsy was advertising my £1.50, £2 products because those were the 3 sales I was making. Why are you not advertising my popular listings? I ended that so quick because I was not going to spend that much money each day for something that was literally just eating away at my profits. So that's why I quickly ended my Etsy ads. I just knew something was up. I spent almost $30 on Etsy ads for only $4 of revenue. It wasn't making sense. Okay, so moving on to the money actually received in my bank. That was £248.38. And that's really no surprise because I mean, my revenue was slightly lower. So of course the money sent in my bank is also slightly lower. Okay, so now moving on to the percentage cut that Etsy actually took. That was £60 and 69 pence, around, from my calculations, 17.6%, which is around the same as what they took last month, but still not the same fraction or percentage as the first month. And I've realized maybe because of my calculations, I'm getting the money from my bank. I basically look at my bank statements and see the cutoff dates and take money in the time period that I mentioned in the beginning. So maybe like delays in when money is actually recorded on my statements and my calculations and everything. Maybe some income, for example, that was received in early February is actually captured in late February or early March in my bank statement. And depending on the dates that I'm doing my calculations, maybe that is cut off and maybe that's why these percentages are varying. Or if there's just completely another explanation, then please do let me know if you know why the percentages are being different. But yes, 17.6%. And then marketing spend, as I mentioned before, I did spend in total £29.83 on Etsy marketing for 8.5 days. So guys, that's the update for month 3 and not bad. I mean, I'm not disappointed. I would say I'm pretty happy with those, apart from obviously the disappointing marketing. Maybe I'll try it again, but be a little bit more patient and maybe spend less per day for a longer period of time so that I can see kind of how Etsy works over time than just 8 days. But yes, moving on to the exciting final parts. As you know, we are trying to reach the goal of £5,000 revenue from this small business, because guys, if I can make £5,000 from this small business, then anyone can do it. Trust me, I am not that special when it comes to this. Like, I'm just doing what I see others do and trying it out for myself. And I believe if we are consistent and if we set our mind to it, then we can achieve whatever we want to. So drum roll please. We have reached 21.5% of that goal. So slowly but surely, we are making our way to the end of the goal. And as time goes on, I'm going to be trying my best to implement more strategies to increase my sales, increase my revenue, just expand my shop basically, because we have to hit that goal. So I hope you stick around, subscribe so that you can see when I hit that goal. I don't know when that will be, but like, it would be encouraging if you guys subscribe, if you comment, if you let me know how your journeys are going, and let's just motivate each other. Let's get this bread, guys. That is all for me in this video. I'm now about to film the next update on this, so month 4, so do stay tuned for that. As I mentioned in this video or the previous one, I am pre-filming these because one day my business will probably be exposed and I want to keep my stats the same before I release future videos that will probably show my Etsy shop. Yes, please do subscribe, share, comment, like, all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next update. Bye guys.